Well, guys, let us see what is the next best thing that Blender has to offer. And the next best thing that Blender has to offer is text. Let me delete this thing. Go to add, go to text, and we get this text. And here in the object data properties over here, we get a lot of options which can change the way the text is visible. First of all, if we want to change the text we have written, we have to go from object mode to edit mode, and then we get this cursor. Just backspace it and write something like Blender, and go from edit mode to object mode. You can do this edit mode to object mode by using tab to go from one mode to another mode. And then here in the geometry section, you get a lot of options like offset, how thick you want the text to be. Don't go too much thick on it. How deep you want the text to be. This is defined by the extrude object. Then you can provide bevel to this text. Now if you are seeing this text, look at the corner of this text. What will happen when I increase this depth? If I increase this depth, they are becoming smoother, and it's a wonderful option. It's a good thing that if you keep a depth of 0.1, it gives a nice wonderful shine over the text edges. And if I keep 0 depth, it doesn't give that shine, and that shine is very important, very necessary for this text to be visible, for this text to be appealing would be the correct word. And this resolution, what this resolution means is, if I increase the depth and then go to wireframe and then reduce this resolution, now what happens is it is getting a sharp bevel. If I go to solid mode, there you can see we are getting a sharp bevel. And if you go to wire mode, we are able to see that we are getting a sharp bevel. And if you increase this resolution to a number that you want, you will get a smooth curve, a smooth bevel. That's how you can get the bevel from here. You can also apply an object as a bevel. You can also use profile, which is one of the most wonderful thing that Blender developers have done for us. What this means is actually you get this gradient, and if you click and drag it, you can define the type of bevel that you want. The way we are creating a curve here, that is the way the kind of curvature Blender is going to create on this text, and it gives a wonderful look to the text as well. So that's for profile. I will go to round. Then we have got font. If we click on this folder, you get a lot of fonts, and then we can select any one of the font and open font. And let me reduce the bevel to 0.1, and that's how you get this bevel. And let me reduce the extrude value a little bit so that we can see the text in all its charm. You see this small shining. This shining is caused by bevel and the depth value of the bevel that gives this text a wonderful shine. And we can change the font from here. We can take another font like Times, another font, and we have different options for the font. We can change the transform size of this text, share of this text, how italics you want the text to be. And then we got a little bit of options which you can play with. Then we have got alignment. If you want to align it left, center, or right align, or justify or flush, I will keep it left align. Then we can define how the text should be aligned from top to bottom. Then we have got spacing, character spacing, how wide you want the gap between the text or how less you want the gap between the text. Word spacing, this is especially useful when we go from object mode to edit mode, and if I tap enter, is awesome. And now if I come here from edit mode to object mode, and then come over here to the word spacing, you see one more thing I have to do is reduce the space. Now what you get is the word spacing, how wide you want the gaps between the word to be. And line spacing is related to lines. Let me put it at its default value, enter it, and what this line spacing does is the gap between two lines, that's defined by this character spacing, and then we can offset it along x-axis or along y-axis. This red color line is x-axis and this green color line is y-axis. If you anytime get confused, you can see over here, you can get this x, y, z axis. And so that's it for this, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to support me on the Patreon page if you like my content. And if you want to personally support me, I have provided a phone number which you can use to financially support me through Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm. And until then, try to see it, learn it, understand it, and I will see you in the next video.